Just first of all, I know you've been to UCF a bunch. I know you've been a target of theirs ever since this staff got here, but your official visit this weekend, how did you like it?
I enjoyed it. It was the first time, going to Universal, staying on Universal. And, I haven't been to Universal and I stayed in Florida my whole life. So, stepping into that environment, it was an amazing time. That scenery it's amazing.
Okay, so yeah, tell me a little bit about some of the fun stuff you did. So obviously you stayed out at Universal. Like, what did you do out there? Did you get to just walk around, or what did you do?
When I first got in, I took the ferry over to Hard Rock, and I ate with the coaches. Sat down to eat, and got to know the players and coaches a lot more. And then we went out to Top Golf. They taught me how to golf because I'm not really good at golfing. That's not one of my sports, but they taught me and I learned. And I had fun this whole weekend, just getting to know them and, their family and everything.
Yeah. So what was your favorite part about this weekend?
Probably hanging out with the players and getting to know the players, on a personal level, and then, getting to know the coaches on a personal level as well, how they, act on an in-and-out basis, how they coach and, their play style and everything like that.
So hanging out with players, like, did you have a host? Were there some guys you hung out with? Who did you meet this weekend?
My host was Jason DeClonis,
he's a freshman.
He's a freshman, early grad. And, I actually have a good, solid relationship with him. We go back since, I want to say last year, the 7-on-7 circuit, 24K. And I met him and had a great time with him. And, he showed me why UCF is, a good spot to be at.
So I know yesterday, I take it you guys were doing the photo shoots, right? In the stadium. So what was kind of the inspiration for some of those different looks? They were unique.
At first, I came in there and I said I wasn't going to take a photo shoot because I've been here so many times. And
you've done it before.
I really wasn't going to take a photo shoot. But then, I got in there and, I decided, I wanted to be a coach for the day. And so I put on the coach's outfit and then, the pants and a little tight shirt. And, I felt like being a coach. I tucked in the shirt a little bit, took a little flex. And then from there, I just was like, I just want to have a good time. And so I just started, putting everything on and just, trying to see the best combos and everything.
So how did that one particular picture come together? You know which one I'm talking about?
With Coach Addy.
With Coach Addy and Coach Gibbs. I mean, was that like an impromptu thing, or like,
I took my shirt off and, we were just sitting there, I was taking my pictures, and the next I was just like, come on, coach, get in here, coach. And, he came in, he took his shirt off, and then Coach Gibbs took his shirt off, they both got in there, swole up, put the swole up.
So were you surprised? I mean, that really took off. I mean, there's like some national college football accounts were tweeting it. Did you recognize that? Were you surprised? Or
I actually didn't see the national colleges accounts, but my mother told me, and that what she was happy about it. And, that makes me happy.
Yeah, I didn't even hear a bunch. And Coach Addy, Coach Gibbs been recruiting you for a while. But talk more about the relationship there. How do you like those guys?
I have a really good relationship with them. It's been building since my freshman year. Once I got the offer, and it's never been. I always trust them. I can always come to them with advice and everything, and they always have my back.
Yeah. So, what do you like about UCF? I mean, I know you've been committed to Georgia. I know you've always had a high interest, though. I remember talking to you like over a year ago. You had started your junior year, and you were coming over to UCF. So, what do you like about UCF?
One thing about UCF, it's my mom's alumni school, and I just love that. It's because it's right. It's not too far from home, and my mom could come to the games all the time and everything. And one thing about UCF, it's a family-oriented team. It's not like outside of football. Nah, outside of football they love you. Inside of football they'll love you. They're gonna be here with you no matter what. Support you and have your back.
How do you like Coach Gus Malzahn? I take it you probably just met with him before you left. How do you like him?
He's a funny dude, amazing dude. He's sweet. He's caring. His wife is amazing too. They're great people, and he coached a lot of great players. And I feel like if he, I got under him, he could coach me and be a great player as well.
Now, so what's kind of your situation right now? You've been committed to Georgia for a long time. Are you still solid with that? Are you thinking about some things, or where are you at right now?
No comment.
Okay, that's all right. That's fine. So, do you have anything else? Are you just going to enjoy the summer? You got some stuff planned, or other visits, or like what?
I actually have Miami next week, and I'm thinking about going to Auburn versus Alabama game just for the experience and everything. I'm getting recruited by Auburn. And that's it as of right now.
Okay.
Colorado, asked me to take OV, but I really don't know yet. I'm just keep my eyes open though.
So what do you kind of hear from these coaches when they recruit you? What do they like about you? How do they see you fitting in? I mean, I know you got senior year left, but before you know it, would you be a January guy? Or
I'll be a January
so
guy.
it wouldn't be too long before you're
So
in
it'll
a
be 6-7 months.
college program. Yeah, so what do you hear? Kind of, be seeing you as a corner? Like, what do you think you do well? What do you kind of hear feedback from
Honestly,
coaches?
I can cover, so I feel like I can play anywhere in the secondary. I'm not scared to hit, so I can play safety as well. Come down and come down to hit, and with safety, you got to guard tight ends and do everything like that. So I feel like I'm good to be versatile in the secondary, playing nickel, corner or safety, because I don't want to be just have that one title where I just play one spot. I want to play anywhere on the field.
Yeah, tell me a little bit before we start talking about DJ McCormick. He committed to UCF last week. Another guy from Rockledge. You guys, do you know each other growing up, or you guys go back along? Tell me a little bit more about him.
That's really blood. Me and him grew up together. We actually played on the same little league team, and went to high school together. Grinded together. We actually came to UCF camp together, and I got the offer and he didn't. At one point in time, he ain't think he was gonna get UCF, and he ain't think he was gonna have big time offers. But he stayed humbled up. He grinded. We worked. We worked together. We became student athletes of the game, knowing the game of football. And I love that he committed to UCF. I'm happy for him. It's a blessing. I can't say how happy I was when he committed. He was telling me he was gonna commit. It was between y'all and Pitt.
Yeah.
And I just was like, you could stay at home and become a hometown hero and everything. And he just did that, and I felt good because his people's right there, and his mom can come and see him whenever he wants to, and it's not too far from home.
Is that kind of the pitch that UCF gives you, hometown hero?
Hometown hero type deal.
Yeah. All right, man. I appreciate it. Thanks a lot, man.
Problem.